Casey the Game Nerd back at you with another pickups video. This is video 4 out of 5 of the Epic Video Game Haul mini-series of videos that I had. And I explained in the previous videos how I got this huge deal, over 1,000 games for less than $2 each. So I won't go over that. If you want, you could look at the previous videos and find out the backstory. But today I'm going to be going over the Sega Saturn games that I got, the Sega CD games, the Sega Master System games, and the Sega Game Gear games and systems that I got. So lots of stuff to go over, so I'll just go ahead and start right now. Here are all the Sega Saturn games I picked up from that huge lot, and there's over 90 Saturn games here. And like I said, these are priced at about $2 per item, per game. And he even included a Sega Saturn with a memory card plus and this really cool Dragon Force backup RAM cartridge. Now these are the more expensive games, and it's just crazy because he has 3 copies of Albert Odyssey that he included on here in this lot, and one of them doesn't have the cover art, but still these are worth almost $100 each. I see some listings on eBay for more than 100. So just a couple of those made up for this whole lot of over 90 games. We got Winning Post, and that game's worth over $80. Guardian Heroes, Enemy Zero, Sega Ages, and then I calculated all these on a video game pricing chart, and these 91 games are over $2,200. And you know, sometimes the pricing charts are a little bit high, but sometimes they're a little bit low, so I figured kind of evened out. And then we have 3 copies of Magic Knight Rayearth, which is a very rare working designs title, and these go for at least $150 each. We got Dark Savior, Lunacy, that's an Atlas title. We got Shining Wisdom, Shining the Holy Ark, Virtual Hydlide, haven't played that, but actually I heard this was a horrible title, and even though it's an Atlas title, I heard this game's pretty horrible. Got 2 copies of Virtual On, 2 copies of Sonic Jam, Sonic 3D Blast, and Dragon Force, another expensive title by Working Designs. So it's basically an instant Sega Saturn collection. I didn't really collect for the Saturn, but now that I got over 90 games in one swoop, maybe I'll start looking out for them. And I'll show you the rest right now. Okay, here are the rest of the titles. These are the more common titles, ones in the box at least. We got Tomb Raider, Doom, Tunnel B1, Spot Goes to Hollywood, Gex, which is a fun game, got Striker 96, Starfighter, Virtual Cop, WWF WrestleMania, 2 copies of Alien Trilogy, got Virtual Fighter 2, The Lost World, Jurassic Park, 2 copies of Robo Pit. This one doesn't have the top case, but it comes complete. Same with this, Blackfire. And we got Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo. I love that game too. We got Sega Rally Championship, Blazing Dragons, In the Hunt, Virtual Cop 2, World Series Baseball 98, Madden 98, along with NHL 97 on the bottom. We got Double Switch, Bubble Bobble, Space Jam, which is a cool movie, but I don't know about this game. Steep Slope Riders, got Space Hulk, got Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire, and 2 copies of Panzer Dragoon with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. So let's go over here and look at the loose discs. Here are all the loose games. We got Hero of Zendor, Legend of the Land, Last Bronx, Resident Evil, Sega Rally Championship, Daytona USA, Duke Nukem 3D, World Series Baseball 98, Fighters Mega Mix, Knights Into the Dreams, Myst, Command and Conquer Disc 1 and 2. We got Crusader No Remorse, Dark Savior, Quake, F1 Challenge, Sky Target, The Lost World Jurassic Park, Madden 97, NFL 97, Battle Stations, Wing Arms, Andretti Racing, Pebble Beach Golf Links, NASCAR 98, Street Fighter the movie. Oh, I remember this being horrible. World Series Baseball. What is this? Amok? Haven't played that. Hang On GP. What is this? Pool Legend. Minnesota Fats Pool Legend. Got Virtua Fighter 2, NHL 97, Bug, another copy of RoboPit. It's like 3 copies. Tactics Ogre, Dragon Ball Z, and this is Japanese. X-Men vs. Street Fighter, also Japanese. And we got another Daytona USA, and Virtual Cop 1 and 2, not for resale. Here's the first batch of Sega CD titles. There are a total of 75 Sega CD games. I'll show you the more expensive ones later, but most of these are between 5 to 20 for the ones I'm showing you right now. And then we get the heavy hitters later. The top row here are just manuals, but I do have loose discs for all these, and I'll show you that after I show you these. We got Thunderstrike, Willie Beamish, 3 copies of it. So that game's probably between 10 to 15 bucks. Time Girl, that one's hard to find in the cardboard box. Got a CD backup RAM cart, Stellar Fire. We got Wing Commander, 2 copies of Pitfall, The Amazing Spider-Man, Mad Dog McCree, Trivial Pursuit, Sonic CD, FIFA International Soccer, Midnight Raiders, Lodestar, Battle Corps, Space Ace, 2 copies of Dark Wizard, and this one I think goes for 20 or so. Dracula, Kamen Rider, Masked Rider. We got Lawnmower Man, Double Switch, Dune, Tomcat Alley. So now I'll show you the loose discs. These are all the Sega CD loose titles. A couple Sega Saturn games snuck in here for some reason. But here we go. We got Lethal Enforcers, Gunfighters, Lethal Enforcers, Jurassic Park, Knights Into Dreams, Final Fight, Soul Feast, Rise of the Dragon, Double Switch, Dracula, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Eye the Beholder, Space Ace, Willie Beamish, Iron Helix, Star Wars Rebel Assault, Crime Wave, and here's some of the Saturn games that snuck in. Sonic 3D Blast, Loaded, X-Men Children of the Atom, Virtual On, Clockwork Knight, Echo the Dolphin for Sega CD, and this is a compilation of Sega Classics, the arcade collection. Sewer Shark, there's actually a couple copies in here, but not the best game. Sonic CD, and another copy of Sonic CD. So yeah, these are all the loose ones. These are the remaining Sega CD games. At the top we got some common games, and towards the bottom we get to the really expensive ones. So let's start at the top. We got ESPN National Hockey Night, Dragon's Lair, Joe Montana's NFL Football, Lynx Golf, Flashback, We got Brutal, Paws of Fury, Eye the Beholder, Mansion of Hidden Souls, 2 copies of that, Mickey Mania, Dracula Unleashed, 2 copies. Now we get to the pricey ones. We got Dungeon Explorer, that's around 40 plus. They, 3 copies of it. It's a Working Designs title, so it's one of those expensive RPGs. It's about 50 bucks. And we got Lunar Silver Star. Got 3 copies of that. And if you notice, there's a difference between the silver embossed one versus the regular ones. So I'm guessing the first one's worth a little bit more just because of that. But it's around 50 bucks. It fluctuates up and down a little bit, but mostly hovers around 50 plus. Same goes for Lunar Eternal Blue. This one goes for 50 plus, sometimes more. Then we got Shadow of the Beast 2. This goes for about 55. Heart of the Alien, 2 copies. This also goes for about $55. Got Soul Star, about 55, 60. And this looks like a shoot 'em up game, so I want to give this one a shot. I haven't tried it yet. And we got 2 copies of Lords of Thunder, and this is a $90 game. And again, there's about 75 Sega CD titles that I showed, and for less than $2 each, it's hovering around 100, 130 bucks total, maybe even less. But when I calculated all this, it's worth more than 2,500. And I'll show you the really expensive ones now. And all these are $100 plus. We got Shining Force CD, 3 copies of it. Crazy. And these are about 100 bucks each. Then we got Space Adventure. This is about 150. We got Magical Popful Mail Fantasy Adventure, 2 copies of it, and this is about 150 each. Then we got Snatcher. And this is pretty expensive. It's close to $300, and it uses the Justifier gun. So, it uses one of these guns. It's a very sought after title. So, there are all the gems over here towards the bottom. Really expensive titles. Okay, here are all the Sega Master System games that he gave me. There's only 18 here, but he did tell me that if he finds some more, because he knows he does have some more, he'll just give me a call or text me and just let me have it for free. That would be amazing if he found some more. But these 18 are Great Baseball, F-16 Fighting Falcon, and it's on one of these Sega cards that kind of look like a TurboGrafx Hue card or PC Engine card. Thunderblade, Time Soldiers, Wanted, another Thunderblade, 2 copies of Shinobi, Hang On and Safari Hunt, Phantasy Star, Pro Wrestling, Great Golf, Rampage, 2 copies of Double Dragon, Columns, Fantasy Zone, and I know I'm going to butcher this, Golvelius, Valley of Doom. So 18 games total, and he also included the Sega 3D glasses here. Cool thing about this is he included that system, Sega Master System complete in box as well, so I get to play all these. Awesome deal. Over here we have the Sega Game Gear, and he gave me not 1, not 2, but 3. So we got 1 in this case, which is pretty cool, 1 loose, 1 complete in the box, so that's 3, and he even threw in a Nomad here, and they all work. I tested them all out. He gave me a bunch of clear cases here, another carrying case that has 3 adapters in there. This is cool. This is a Master Gear converter, so it lets you play Sega Master System games on the Game Gear, and it's just an attachment. We got 3 box games: Caesar's Palace, Primal Rage, and Deep Deep Duck Trouble starring Donald Duck. And this is like a platformer game. Now to the loose carts. So I think there was like 30 something total. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 total. Got sports trivia, FIFA Soccer, NFL 95, Major League Pro Baseball, NFL Hockey, World Series Baseball, Mortal Kombat, Lion King, Super Columns, Desert Strike, Chakan, Pac-Man, Sonic Chaos, Sonic the Hedgehog, multiple copies of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 4 of them. We got Land of Illusion with Mickey Mouse, Echo the Dolphin, 2 copies of NBA Jam, one of them's the Tournament Edition, Master of Darkness, Wheel of Fortune, Crystal Warriors, Battleship, Virtua Fighter Animation, Defenders of Oasis, another copy of Lion King, and Poker Face Paul's Blackjack. So, great deals here. Free systems and cheap games.